back to the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We're at Car Odell Park here in Fort Gibson, and the home team in this game is going to be the Sperry Pirates. We have the Sperry Pirates versus the SALLISAW Black Diamonds. Black Diamonds are in gray pants, a black and white jersey outlined in white. Sperry is in gray pants and an orange jersey outlined in white also, so we have two orange and black teams. Up to bat right there was Brody Cameron. Cameron, the designated hitter, wearing number 6, ground out to the third baseman for out number 1. On the mound for the Sperry Pirates is Charles Green. At bat currently is Cole Stevens for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds. First pitch is called strike. Shows bunt and lays down a nice bunt down third base line and will run it out. So Stevens' bunt will get him on base. That'll bring up Creed Nelson. Nelson playing shortstop for the Black Diamonds, wearing jersey number 7. These two teams both played 2 games yesterday. SALLISAW played 2 games at Hilldale at Hornet Park. They beat Berry Hill and Verdigris. Sperry played 2 games here. First pitch is a strike on Nelson. They played 2 games here, and the last one was about an hour and a half rain and lightning delay. They finally got the game in, was over around about 8:30 last night. They lost to Fort Gibson. So Sperry's 2 games yesterday both played here. They lost 12-4 to Oklahoma Christian and then lost 13-3 to Fort Gibson. Sperry hasn't had the best of luck. And on the base path moving is Cole Stevens. Stevens will steal second base. Creed Nelson will take a ball on that one, so he has a 1-1 count on him. Pitch outside. Oh, he's going to call this strike. Caught the corner. You can see, though, some trash blown across the field. They say we're going to have winds up around 50 miles an hour in gust this afternoon. Runner goes. Safe at third. So Cole Stevens has stolen 2 bases. Stole second and third. He is in a position to score. 3-2 now the count on Nelson. So any kind of ball put in play should score Stevens, who's made his way to third base. Right now you can see the flag pulling up against the flagpole. That's the biggest gust we've had since we've been out here. Grounder to shortstop. Shortstop gobbles it up, and he'll be thrown out at first, but he will score Stevens. So Nelson will pick up an RBI as Stevens scores. That will bring up Brock.
1 run scores, 2 outs. Batter's now the third baseman, Brock Stroon. Man on deck.
Brock Stroon is up to bat for SALLISAW, third baseman, wearing jersey number 16 for the Black Diamonds. Black Diamonds lead 1-0. We're at the top of the first here at Car Odell Park in Fort Gibson. Pitch outside. Pitch inside. You can see the ball cap just blown off of Charles Green's head. Our discussion last night was, as the winds came in, if anybody got the ball up in the slipstream, that was gone. And that happened to Fort Gibson as they hit 2 home runs in the late game. One of them was a grand slam. So if you can get the ball up, it's going to carry out. A little bit of an overcast. Sun peeking out behind the clouds. Pitch on the outside and will not find the corner as Stroon will take his base to first. That will bring up Braxton Lamb. Lamb is the catcher today for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds, wearing jersey number 9.
Braxton Lamb. White Potter on deck.
We appreciate everyone watching and listening. Be sure and share this broadcast to your fellow schoolmates and parents so they can watch this. And of course, it will be on YouTube also. If you're watching it through Facebook, it will be archived on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it. Pitch was, oh, it was a strike there. Okay. 1-1 to count on Braxton Lamb. Two and 1 to count. On deck is Tristan Wisepotter. Wisepotter playing second base. Runner is going, and Stroon will steal second. Slaps this one down. Has a chance to drop in center field. Nice play by the center fielder to end the top of the first inning. As Braxton Lamb flies out. And we're going to take a quick break as we flip to the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back to the Fort Gibson Shootout here at Carr Odell Park.
There's really only one explanation for businesses who continue to thrive for decades on end, and that's a people-first mentality. Bravado employees live within our existing coverage area just like you. Our kids go to the same schools and play in the same leagues as yours. That's why so much of who we are consists of giving back to our communities, because your community is also our community. We are your family, your neighbors, and your leader in wireless mobility. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
We're going Volti. If you're not on a Volti-compatible device, it's time to stop by your local Bravado store to see if you are eligible for an upgrade. Any phones older than a Samsung 8, an iPhone 7, or 3G data devices all need to be upgraded.
Welcome back to the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We're at Carr Odell Park at Fort Gibson High School, and we have the Sperry Pirates coming up to bat with the SALLISAW Black Diamonds out in the field. SALLISAW was able to score 1 run on top of the first. We're at the bottom of the first now, and we have up to bat is Brady Brenham. Mason Dunn is on deck, and Dakota Angeliski is in the hole. On the mound for SALLISAW Black Diamonds is Grayson Marshall, and behind the plate is Braxton Lamb is the catcher.
Leading off center fielder Brady Benham. Dunn on deck.
Dunham up to bat for the Sperry Pirates. Sperry lost their early game yesterday 12-4 to Oklahoma Christian, then lost 13-3 to Fort Gibson. Hoping to rebound and get back into the top of the pool play. This one, a dribbler will go foul. 1-1 to count on Brenham. No rains in the forecast this morning. We initially thought we were going to have rains until about noon. They've changed the forecast. Rains have blown out to the east. Pitch way outside, so we are now battling with about 25-mile-an-hour gusts of winds, and the meteorologist this morning said we could expect gusts up to 50 miles an hour around 2 and 3 o'clock. Pitch inside, and that will send Brenham down to first base. Base on ball.
Base on ball for Benham, put the runner on first base.
Marshall not starting off super strong. Walking the first batter. Up the bat now is Mason Dunn. Mason Dunn playing shortstop today for the Sperry Pirates. Dunn, first pitch, swing and miss. Shows bunt, nearly lays it down the line, but will travel foul. Dunn now has an 0-2 count, so he has to play defense at the plate. Runner going, and it will be picked off. Well, it appears to be, but I believe they called a balk on the pitcher, so Brenham will advance to second on the balk by the pitcher. Pass ball, and that will advance Brenham to third base, as now Dunn has a 1-2 count on him at the plate. Gets the signs from the coach. Foul this one off, so Dunn will stay alive. Pitch high will even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mason Dunn. No outs for the Sperry Pirates. Dunn is the second batter up, and he has a runner in scoring position on third. Swing and a miss, and Dunn will go down swinging. That will be the first strikeout of the game. And Grayson Marshall's first strikeout. Now up to bat is Logan McGuire. McGuire playing third base for the Black Diamonds, wearing jersey number 25 today. McGuire slaps at this one. High fly ball. Shortstop tries to track it. Left fielder can't track it. No doubt that wind moved it around. And that will score Brenham. So Logan McGuire will get the benefit of a strong wind, move the ball. You can see the shortstop drifted way to the left, or to his right, and left fielder came up to his left, and the ball moved. Now at the bat is Dakota Angelisky.
Batted third baseman Dakota Angelisky. Green on deck.
My apologies. Logan McGuire is playing catcher today, and Dakota is on third. I think I looked at my old last night's lineup and got him backwards. 0-2 the count on Dakota. Dakota wearing number 10. Gives this one a ride, and center fielder trying to track it down. Ball, all kinds of movement. You can see him having to travel to his left. He will fly out to shallow center, and that will be out number 2. Brings up Charles Green. Green is the pitcher today for the Sperry Pirates.
Runner on first base, batted the pitcher, Charles Green.
Green wearing jersey number 14. 2 outs, runner on first, and that's Logan McGuire that's on first. Green slaps at the ball, bouncer to the third base, routine grounder, and will be thrown out at first. Be out number 3, and that will end the bottom of the first inning as we head to the top of the second, all knotted up at 1 apiece. Folks, stick around. We have more action to come here. SALLISAW versus Sperry.
Right now, more than ever, we're choosing to take the back roads and stay off of the beaten path. We're doing all that we can to avoid the crowds and the hustle of the city. While we know that taking the road less traveled isn't for everyone, it's where we feel most at home. Every turn down this road could be challenging, and much like you, we know the harder the challenge, the greater the reward. That's why each and every day, Bravado Wireless is growing our network further down the county roads and down the roads less traveled. We're making sure wherever your road may lead, you're always connected. We are Bravado Wireless, Oklahoma's own wireless provider.
Welcome back to the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We're at Carr Odell Park here in Fort Gibson at Fort Gibson High School. Up to bat for SALLISAW is Tristan Weisepotter. Weisepotter playing second base and wearing number 4. First pitch, takes a swipe. Left fielder's going to try to track it down. Watch it in the wind and can't make the grab. Weisepotter will get a double out of it. So we'll confer with the official book and see if that's going to be an error or just a tough grab. It's going to be.
Father puts the runner on second base. No out. Batter's the right fielder, Charlie Martin.
It's going to be tough. Any fly ball tonight or today. And I'm sure the coaches have talked to both teams saying if you can get the ball in the air, it's going to be tough for anyone to track it down with this wind is just horrendous today. So Weisepotter gets a double. Up to bat is Charlie Martin. Martin's first one is a foul ball towards third. Charlie Martin is playing right field today for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds, wearing number 11. He has Weisepotter setting on second base. Now coming up next will be the Oklahoma Christian School, the Saints, versus the Oklahoma Tigers. The Tigers were a winner for the first game yesterday against the Skytook Bulldogs. Oklahoma's got some players. Runner going. Going to try to throw him out at third, and he looks like he will be safe. Nope. Umpire called him, or the field umpire called him out. I thought he initially called him safe. So he calls him out, trying to steal third. And the only thing I can think of is he came off the bag on the backside. So it's out number 1. Charlie Martin now has a 1-on-1 count on him at the plate with no runners in scoring position. So that really hurts SALLISAW. With no outs, they get caught stealing third. Yeah, the indication initially was safe, and I looked up, and the coach is arguing with him, and the player's walking off the field. So I don't know what happened. Swing and a miss by Martin. Got him watching. So the first strikeout of the game for Charles Green, and he gets Charlie Martin watching. That'll be out number 2.
2 outs.
Green picks up his first strikeout of the game.
Off on deck.
Now at the bat is Caden Warner. Warner playing first base for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds, wearing jersey number 13. Warner's first plate appearance. Green looks over the signs. Off the tip of the bat, and it's going to go right between first and second base. So Warner will have a single. That'll bring up.
Single for Warner, puts runner on first base for 2 outs. Bat is now the left fielder, number 3, Brock Off.
It'll bring up Brock Off.
On deck.
Brock is playing left field for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds, wearing jersey number 3. Pitch inside, got the corner. Oft will take first pitch as a strike. Pitch way behind his back. 1-1 to count. Swing and a foul ball back off to the right. Now be 1-2 will be the count. Pitch high and over his head will even the count at 2-2. So after this game, both teams will be done for today. Gives it a ride. Center fielder looks to track it down, drifting back over his head and drops right on the wet grass in the outfield. So Oft will have a double off the hit to right center. That brings up, back to the top of the order is Brody Cameron, who ground out to the third baseman last time up. Cole Stevens on deck. Cameron, your designated hitter for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds. Swipes at this one, and it will drift. It is fair right inside the line in right field, and that will score 2 runs. So Cameron's pop-up, no one can get to it, scores 2 RBIs in the process. That will score Warner and Oft.
2 RBI single, scored 2 runs.
Brings up Cole Stevens. Last time Cole Stevens had a single and ended up scoring the first run of the game.
Cole Stevens, Wilson on deck.
Stevens playing center field for SALLISAW. Swipes at this one. This one will go foul back out behind the grandstands. Two outs. Pitch was a bit high. 1-1 to count on Stevens. Stevens will swipe at this one. Center fielder trying to track it down. Over his head, it'll hit the wall. Cameron's going to come around third. And Cameron will have a stand-up score. So Cameron comes all the way around from first base after a double by Stevens. And Stevens will pick up an RBI. And all this has been done on 2 outs. So SALLISAW a little momentum here with 2 out, scores 3 runs in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Creed Nelson. Nelson playing shortstop. He had an RBI last time up as he ground out to shortstop. So Nelson 0 for 1 from the plate, but with 1 RBI. Umpire calls time. Batter wants to back out and talk about it. Green was taking a little bit longer than he liked. Charles Green, the pitcher for Sperry. A bullet down to third base. And that will end the top of the second inning as Creed Nelson grounds out to third. That'll send us to bottom of the second inning with SALLISAW leading Sperry 4-1. Stick around, more action to come here at bravadowireless.com.
We're moving to 5G and shutting down our 3G network. But don't worry, this is a good thing. What you can expect out of this conversion: less dropped calls, crystal clear calls, faster data, and voice and data simultaneously. Unfortunately, some older phones will need to be upgraded to a newer device capable of an eSIM. Contact your local Bravado Wireless store to find out if your device needs to be upgraded or not. And make sure you're following Bravado Wireless on social to stay in the know of our conversion dates. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines, because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to the Hilldale Fort Gibson Shootout. We are at Carr Odell Park in Fort Gibson, home of the Fort Gibson Tigers. Up to bat for the Sperry Pirates, Avery Humphrey playing first base, wearing jersey number 24. This is Avery's first appearance. Grounder to shortstop. Shortstop gobbles it up, and it's got Avery gone at first base. That'll be the first out at the bottom of the second.
One out.
And Sperry finds himself down 4-1. That'll bring up Lane Wheeler. Wheeler playing second base for the Pirates, wearing jersey number 2. First pitch is high. Second pitch fouled off towards the dugout, first base dugout. On deck for the Sperry Pirates is the designated hitter Andrew Hutton, wearing number 18. Big cut and a miss by Wheeler as Marshall is looking for his second strikeout of the game. Marshall, the pitcher for SALLISAW. SALLISAW again in black and white jersey, gray pants, Sperry in orange and gray. It's not often you see two teams facing each other with the same colors, but it's not often you see two teams that have the same color scheme, black, white, and orange. Check swing doesn't go. Umpire says he's good. That'll move us to a full count on batter Wheeler. Got him watching. That'll be Grayson Marshall's second strikeout of the game as Lane Wheeler got caught watching.
2 outs.
That'll be 2 outs at the bottom of the second inning. That brings up Andrew Dutton. Designated hitter, number 18, will be his first attempt at the plate today. First pitch high inside. Let's see, right now, currently, we have a 16-mile-an-hour wind with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. I think it's getting all that 25 it can get. 2-0 the count on Hutton. Hutton fouls this one off back into the screen. Second pitch way over in the dirt, so we will have a 3-1 count on Hutton. Hutton ideally will be just looking to see what he can get. 2 outs. Needs some sort of rally for the Sperry Pirates. Pitch high, and that will send Dutton down to first base on a base on balls.
Base on balls for Hutton, puts the runner on first
Brings
base.
up Morgan Hudson. Hudson is playing right field for the Sperry Pirates today, wearing jersey number 5. His first plate appearance of the game. Pitch right down the pipe, the umpire says. Second pitch takes a swipe at it, fouls it off down to the third base dugout. So Hudson is in a hole. 0-2. The count on him. He'll have to play defense at the plate. Marshall looking for his second strikeout of this inning and third of the game. Right down the pipe, and he gets his third strikeout, and that will end the bottom of the second as we head to the top of the third. SALLISAW leading 4-1. Folks, stick around. More action to come at bravadowireless.com.
Hey, you should have been here. Yeah, he broke the school record. It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw it. It was amazing.
What do you mean? How did you see it?
It's on Bravado TV.
Let Bravado Wireless keep you connected with unlimited home internet plans starting at just $49.99 per month. Restrictions apply. See store for details. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
The batter was Buck Screw. Now we have one out. Batter the catcher, Buxton Lamb. White batter on deck. Signal for Lamb puts the runner on first base with one out. Batters the second baseman, Tristan Weispotter. Martin on deck.
John, are we back? Well, I'll assume we're back. And we have Tristan Weispotter up to bat right now. Brock Stroon flew out with a line or high fly ball to center field. And then Braxton Lamb had a bloop single just over second baseman's head into shallow center. That puts him on first, and Tristan Weispotter, who was caught stealing, had a single last time up, so he's 1 for 1, but he was caught stealing third base. So Weispotter, with a 3-0 count on him, will set and more than likely just watch. High pitch inside, that will walk him and send Lamb to second base. So Weispotter is 1,000% for on-base percentage. Runners on first and second. Up to bat now is right fielder Charlie Martin. Last time up, Martin struck out.
One out.
One out, and Martin has a runner in scoring position on second base. So if Martin can make contact and put it in the outfield, it should score. Runner goes. They're going to try to throw out at second, and they got Weispotter at second as Lamb stole third, but they get Weispotter at second. So that's the second time that Weispotter has been thrown out on the base path. Outside. Two and 0 the count on Martin, and Lamb has moved over to third base. So Lamb is in scoring position, but now we have 2 outs. So big time props to Sperry Pirate catcher Logan McGuire of the quick release and able to pick off 2 base runners. Ironically, both of them have been Weispotter. Right down the pipe. 3-1 now the count. Maybe McGuire just doesn't like Weispotter. Slaps at this one. It's going to be a grounder to second base routine. Up and out. So a ground ball to second base will be the third out. And that will bring us to the bottom of the third inning, with the SALLISAW Black Diamonds leading 4-1, coming up for Sperry. This is going to be Humphrey, Wheeler, and Hutton. Folks, stick around. Excuse me. No, we'll be back to the top of the order. Folks, stick around. More action to come here on BravadoWireless.com.
Welcome to Bravado Wireless. From right here. Welcome to Bravado Wireless. From right here in Eastern Oklahoma, where we provide quality wireless service and nationwide coverage for just $40 a month per line. Where we go above and beyond for you. This is your local service provider. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
With a dedicated history of serving communities with communications technologies beginning with the home phone line, today Cross is a local internet service provider that is proud to offer fiber broadband connections directly to your home. Cross's priority has always been communications technologies. We are focused on sustainable broadband infrastructure. We are expanding to reach homes with no connectivity, and we are upgrading existing networks to better serve all of our customers. Right now, we are having a home internet sale, and you can have speeds up to 100 megabits per
Welcome back to the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We have the Sperry Pirates up to bat against the SALLISAW Black Diamonds out in the field. We're at Carr Odell Park here in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, Fort Gibson High School. And up to bat, top of the order, we're at Brenham. Brenham last time up walked and scored Sperry's only run. Brenham playing center fielder for the Sperry Pirates. Swipe and a miss, but a drop ball, and that will count as a strikeout, as Brenham will be the fourth strikeout for the game for Marshall.
Batters on shortstop, Mason Dunn, McGuire on deck.
That'll bring up Mason Dunn. Last time up, Mason Dunn struck out, and that was the first strikeout of the game for Marshall. Dunn wearing number 9, playing shortstop. Oh, and 2 the count on Mason Dunn. As I said earlier, Dunn struck out. Wind still blowing about 25 miles an hour here.
It is. Thank you.
And second consecutive strikeout for the bottom of the third inning.
2 outs. Batter the catcher, Logan McGuire. Nijelski on deck.
Strikeout number 5 for Marshall. Now off the bat is Logan McGuire, who singled last time up. Inside, ball 1. Strike 1, so we'll even it out at 1-1. SALLISAW up 4-1. SALLISAW in black jerseys. Sperry is in orange jerseys. A little bit of a wild pitch there by Marshall. Got away from him as it goes outside behind the batter. Reminder, coming up next is Oklahoma Christian Saints versus the Oklahoma Tigers. Both won their games yesterday. And then the 3 o'clock game will be Fort Gibson versus Oklahoma, and the late game will be 5:30 Fort Gibson versus Skytook. Said he did swing, so we are at a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the dirt, and that will walk Logan McGuire to first base. So this is the second time McGuire has been on base. That'll bring up Dakota Angelski. And Angelski flew out to center field last time up.
Green on deck.
He is playing third base today. He's going to take a swipe at this one and drives it to right field. Right fielder says he's got it, and he does. So he will fly out this time to right field, and that will end the bottom of the third inning as we travel to the top of the fourth with SALLISAW Black Diamonds leading the Sperry Pirates 4-1. We'll be right back after these messages from Bravado Wireless.
Stop by your local Bravado Wireless store to discover our current plans and promotions.
Well, dude, I didn't see anything.
We're Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Sorry, we're back. So we're here talking to Coach about life stuff. Up to bat right now. We're Brock Oft. Nope. Warner. I thought Warner was our third out last time. May have got off on a book somehow. Warner shot to left field, to left field, and drops in front of the left fielder. So he will get a single with a shot to left field. Now we're at Brock Oft.
No outs. That is the left fielder, Brock Oft. Cameron on deck.
Brock Oft up to bat last time up. He had a double and he scored a run. Now Warner, which is on first now, had a single last time and he scored a run. So he's 2 for 2 from the plate. Showing bunt. Oft doesn't get it, but Warner nearly gets picked off on first base. Gives this one right. Left fielder doesn't have to move a whole lot. Comes in, makes the grab, and he will hold Warner at first. So a fly out by Oft to left field will be the first out. That'll bring us back to the top of the order.
Batter is the designated hitter, Brody Cameron.
That is the DH, Brody Cameron, will be up. Fly ball right field is snagged as Cameron flies out to right field, and that will be out number 2. Thought the wind was going to push that one foul. That brings up Cole Stevens. Stevens playing center field for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds. He has an RBI and a run and a double and a single, so he's 2 for 2 for the day. 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Let's see what damage he can do. He has a runner on first. Now Logan McGuire, the catcher for Sperry, has a very quick release, and I think that's kind of kept the base stealers at bay just a bit. To know the count on Stevens. SALLISAW trying to increase their lead. Oh, and hit by a pitch. So Stevens hit by a pitch, and he will take first. And that will move Caden Warner to second.
Stevens goes to first, being hit by the pitch. So runner
McGuire wants to have a conversation with Green, see how things are going.
Batter shortstop, Creed Wilson. Screwed on deck.
Up to bat is Creed Nelson. Nelson has ground out both times up, but he did have an RBI in the first inning. This one is a high fly ball. Shortstop trying to track it and does. And that will be out number 3 as the shortstop grabs it in shallow center field. So Creed Nelson will fly out and will strand Cole Stevens and Warner on base. Out number 3. That'll be all for the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Stick around, more action to come here on BravadoWireless.com.
Plans backed by the golden rule, treating customers like neighbors. No fine print and no bait and switch. Now that's a bold move. Bravado Wireless.
Welcome back to the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We are at the bottom of the 4th inning. Up to bat for Sperry is Charles Green, the pitcher for the Sperry Pirates. He's going to wrap this one down over to third base. Up with it and out. So Green, solid hit, but unable to get on base with it. That'll be the first out. Now up to bat will be Avery Humphrey. Humphrey playing playing first base for the Sperry Pirates. And on deck is Lane Wheeler. Last time up, Humphrey ground out to the shortstop. So despite the runs in the first and second inning, this has turned into pretty much a defensive battle. Humphrey playing first base. He pitched a little bit last night. Sperry played a late game ending around 8:30 last night, 8:15, and in their loss, but they were soaking wet when they left. 1-2 the count, 1 out, no runners on bases. Pitch way outside, that'll even up 2-2. Got him watching. So Humphrey will strike out.
2 outs. Batter second.
That'll be strikeout number 6 for Marshall. Lane Wheeler up to bat now. Last time up, Wheeler did strike out. Wheeler playing second base for the Sperry Pirates. Caught the corner, so 0-2 the count. Marshall looking for his second strikeout. Ball bounces in front of the plate. Puts this one into play. Third baseman's going to gobble it up and has him at first. So Wheeler will ground out to third base. And that'll be all 1, 2, 3, all for the Sperry Pirates as we head to the top of the 5th inning with SALLISAW leading 4-1. We'll be right back after these messages from Bravado Wireless.
Quality mobile phone service in Oklahoma is a necessity, not a preference. Bravado Wireless provides nationwide cell phone coverage for a fraction of the price of national carriers. That's why we've been able to service Oklahomans for almost 100 years and counting. Visit bravadowireless.com to find your local store and make the switch today.
We're going Volti. If you're not on a Volti-compatible device, it's time to stop by your local Bravado store to see if you are eligible for an upgrade. Any phones older than a Samsung 8, an iPhone 7, or 3G data devices all need to be upgraded.
Welcome back to the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We are at Carr Odell Park here at Fort Gibson High School, home of the Tigers. Up to bat right now is Brock Stroon for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds. Last time up, Stroon flew out to center field, and he took a base on balls in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1 from the plate today. But he did get on base and traveled to second in the first inning. Swing and a miss. That'll bring it to a 1-1 count. Tries to rope this one down third baseline. It travels foul. 1-2 the count on Stroon. Stroon trying to add to SALLISAW's lead as they have a 4-1 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Two the count on Stroon. make that a full count on Stroon as the count goes to 3-2. Stroon gives this one a ride, and left fielder nearly came in too quickly, but able to corral it. Fly out to left field. That will be out number one for the top of the fifth inning.
Catcher Braxton Lamb, Weiss Potter on deck.
Now up to bat is the catcher for SALLISAW, Braxton Lamb. Lamb has a fly out in the first inning and then had a single in the third inning. High fly ball, and it will drift right behind the dugout on first base. Pitch outside, 2-1 to count on Lamb. Lamb a swipe and a miss, fouls the ball back, so now we have a 3-2 count on the catcher for SALLISAW. Looks like the wind is still strong, died down just a bit. High pitch, and Lamb will take his base. He will travel to first with one out.
Base on ball, so Lamb puts the runner on first base.
Going to bring up Tristan Weiss Potter. Weiss Potter, he has reached base both times. He's 1 for 1 from the plate, but he's been thrown out stealing both times.
That is now the second baseman.
He was thrown out trying to steal third in the second inning, and he was thrown out trying to steal second in the third inning. So Logan McGuire, the catcher for Sperry, certainly has his sights on number 4, Tristan Weiss Potter, playing second base for the Black Diamonds. Weiss Potter off the tip of the bat. It might drop in. It does. Drops in into shallow right field. So Weiss Potter will be able to get a double out of this. Weiss Potter with his little bloop to to right field, able to get a double out of it on a throwing error there.
Single for Weiss Potter.
Brings up Charlie Martin. Martin has ground out and struck out, so he's 0 for 2 from the plate today. Charlie Martin is playing right field for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds. He has runners in scoring position with one out. So if Martin can put this ball into play in the outfield in particular, he should be able to score 1 or 2 runs. Runner coming. And he will slide in safely as Lamb. And here comes Weiss Potter. Weiss Potter is going to score 2 on a couple of throwing errors by Sperry. So Weiss Potter and Lamb empty the bases as Martin has a 1-1 count on him at the plate. So it takes a lot of the pressure off of Martin. Now he just needs to get on base. We'll push the lead up to 6 to 1. Two and 2 the count on Martin. Right back to the pitcher over second base. Martin will get a single with a rip straight up the gut. That brings up Caden Warner.
Single for Martin, puts runner on first base with 1 out.
Last time up, Caden Warner,
Well,
he is 2 for 2 from the plate. He has scored a run and has a pair of singles. Warner rips this one to left field, going to drop right in front of the left fielder, and Martin will safely travel to second. That'll bring up Brock Oft.
First and second.
Oft is 1 for 2 from the plate. He has a run scored in the second inning and flew out to left field in the fourth inning. Martin's going to third. Low pitch, so Martin able to transfer to third base. Off to swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count on him. Inside pitch. Umpire calls it strike, so we'll go 1-2 now on the count on Oft. Oft's got to play a little defense. Runner in scoring position on third. High pitch inside. 2-2 now the count. So Oft, if he can put the ball into place, particularly in the outfield, should score a run. And he ropes this one right to third base. Double play opportunity. And a bad throw to first. So does get Warner out at second on the force. But Off does get an RBI out of it as he scores Martin. Now to bat back to the top of the order, designated hitter Brody Cameron. Cameron
first with 2 outs
is 1 for 3 from the plate today. He has a single, 2 RBIs and a run batted in, or 2 RBIs and his run scored. Last time up, he flew out to right field.
Cameron Stevens on deck.
Runner going. Throw not quite there. So Oft will advance. (7-1) the score in favor of the Black Diamonds. Pitch way outside. It'll be 2-0 on Cameron. 3-0, excuse me. 3-0 on Cameron. Green turnaround, trying to keep Oft on second base. And that will be ball number 4. Send Cameron to first base. That brings up Cole Stevens. Stevens playing center field for the SALLISAW Black Diamonds, wearing number 8. Stevens was hit by pitch last time up, and he is 2 for 2 from the plate with a RBI and a run scored. First pitch is a strike. High pitch, runners going, both of them are going, and catcher McGuire can't get either one as the ball bounces into center field. That will score Oft, and that will move Cameron around to third base as we're now at 8-1. McGuire's been pretty good throughout the day of getting the ball to the second base. The last 2 haven't got their mark. Wind could be playing a little bit of a problem in that. So Stevens has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Count is 2-1. Creed Nelson on deck for the Black Diamonds. 3-1. Now the count. This defensive game has opened up with 4 runs in this inning by SALLISAW. Got him swinging. That will give us a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You can see the wind gusting a lot stronger now than what it was just a moment ago. And pitch high inside. That will send Cole Stevens. So Green, the pitcher for Sperry, has walked consecutive batters, and that will bring out.
Base on balls for Stevens, puts runners on first and third.
Bring out the coaching staff for Sperry to have a conversation. Green has not pitched a bad game, but it looks like we will have a new pitcher come in. As we're waiting on the coach's decision, he may keep Green in there, but nope, Green is going to drop the pitcher's mitt. And looks like our new pitcher will be, if I can see his number, and that will be number 10 for Sperry, which is Dakota Angeliski. And so he will move to be the pitcher now. We'll take a quick break while new pitcher warms up. We'll be right back after these messages from Bravado Wireless.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners.
Creed Nelson up to bat, and first pitch is swing on and fouled back into the screen. Runner was going. New pitcher is Dakota Angeliski. Second pitch, right back to the pitcher. A bouncer having problems with it, will score a run. So Brody Cameron will score. Nelson will get an RBI single out of that. Now we will move to Brock Stroon, who started this inning. Stroon flew out to left field.
Got runners on first and second, still with 2 outs. Batter is the third baseman, Brock Stroon. Lamb on deck.
Stroon has been to the plate 3 times and flown out twice and walked in the first inning, so he's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. One and one to count on Stroon. Coming up next, we have the Oklahoma Christian School Saints versus the Oklahoma Tigers. That one will be strike number 3, and that will end this inning.
Leading off is Perry, designated hitter.
Welcome back
Hudson on deck.
to the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We're at Carr Odell Park here at Fort Gibson High School in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Up to bat for the Sperry Pirates is Andrew Hutton, designated hitter. Hutton, his one and only trip up to the plate, took a base on balls. This one will dribble foul down by the first baseline. One-on-one to count on Hutton. Hutton needs to get the Pirates offense started to stay in this game. Foul ball once again. So the Sperry Pirates need one run to keep this game going. Pitch on the outside, 2-2 now the count. Next game up is the OCS Saints versus the Oklahoma Tigers. Both teams won their games yesterday. And he will get punched out there. And that is Marshall's 8th strikeout of the game.
One out. That is the right fielder, Morgan Hudson. Benham on deck.
Morgan Hudson up to bat now. Hudson wearing number 5, playing right field for the Sperry Pirates. And I'm mistaken. I didn't know we changed pitchers. That is not Grayson Marshall. And I'll have to look and see who that is. I don't have their roster right here. Pitch outside for Morgan Hudson. That'll bring him to 1-2. That is Brody Cameron. And Cameron gets his second consecutive strikeout. Brody Cameron can shut this down right here as we're back to the top of the order.
For SALLISAW is Brody Cameron.
Brady Brenham is up to bat for Sperry. Cameron, 2 consecutive strikeouts.
Center fielder Brady Benham.
So Benham has struck out once and reached base as a base on balls and scored a run. An official walks off the plate for a second. I don't know if he curious as to what the conference is about here. So they're having a conversation with Cameron. And they checked the inside, the bill of his hat. So I don't know if they were asking if he had any kind of illicit substances hidden in his ball cap, or if the umpire just wanted to check the size. Your guess is as good as mine right here. Our on-field reporter is not down there. Chopper back up to the pitcher, and he will be safe as Benham is able to run that out for a single. So Sperry looking for a rally right here. Mason Duke comes up. Duke has struck out both times at the plate. Pitch outside for Cameron. Dunn trying to make something happen for the Sperry Pirates. Needs 1 run to continue this to the bottom of the, to the top of the 6th. Two and one now, the count. Runner goes, ball. Center fielder tracks it, and that should be our ball game, ladies and gentlemen, as Dunn flies out to center field. We will check for sure, and that is the ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for staying with us. More action to come up next is the OCRS Saints versus the Oklahoma Tigers. We'll be back to action here in just a bit. Stick around.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.